The history of science and technology is prologue to what lies ahead for all of us in the future.
The frontiers of human advancement are now in the hands of entrepreneurs who long ago saw their potentials and are now bringing them to fruition.
Circa 1966, America is racing to put the first man on the moon.
The challenges, immense. The technologies, in their infancy.
In space, there is no protection from Earth's atmosphere.
Temperatures range from minus 460 degrees to 250 degrees above zero.
NASA had to protect their astronauts and create a comfortable environment for them to accomplish their mission.
The solution was actually a simple one. Reflect the radiant heat.
NASA developed methods of using thin layers of reflective materials to cover their spacecraft and insert into their spacesuits.
The result? An American flag on the moon.
The Eagle has landed. It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Today, in the next century, we are living in a technologically advanced world. Visionaries who recognized the science of the past and developed it for the future have changed our world for the better.
Now you, the homeowner, can use space-age technology to protect your homes, bring comfort to your families, and save money on your utility bills.
Eagle Shield, bringing space-age technology down to Earth.
The passion for us is that imagine when you have a product that drops people's utility bills and makes them 10 degrees cooler in the summer and winter, and they have an ability to be more comfortable and they're not aware of it. So from a environmental standpoint, imagine when we have this product in every home and business in the United States, that really decreases our dependency on foreign oil and gas a lot.
Eagle Shield is revolutionizing one of the largest industries in the world today, energy.
We all want our families to live in a comfortable home.
Our babies need to stay warm.
Our children need their sleep.
Our elderly need to stay healthy.
We all need energy for our family's well-being.
But energy costs money.
And in today's world, families are struggling to simply pay their bills.
Everyone is looking for a way to spend less and save more. We simply have to.
Unfortunately, most people are letting their hard-earned dollars be literally sucked away.
Through their vents and into the hands of their utility companies.
My electric bill was almost as much as my mortgage.
We were worried about the baby's room upstairs because it was really hot.
My wife and I would be constantly changing the thermostat.
We'd come home and the internal temperature of the house was hotter than it was outside.
We all want a more comfortable home, and we need to lower our bills. Eagle Shield's reflective insulation does just that. Eagle Shield is reflective insulation, which when simply laid on top of your existing ceiling insulation, can significantly reduce your heating and cooling bills and extend the life of your heater and air conditioner.
Literally hundreds and thousands of people are enjoying more comfortable homes and businesses.
We really didn't know how much we'd save, but once we installed it, we saved $200 a month that allowed us to do other things for the family.
The family's definitely a lot more comfortable with Eagle Shield. After we installed Eagle Shield, the internal temperature of the home dropped between 8 to 10 degrees, where it's actually cooler in the house than it was outside, and that's exactly what we're looking for.
Having my children comfortable is very important to me, and the Eagle Shield definitely has made a big difference in our lives.
And now they can sleep in their own beds.
Eagle Shield works in your home the same way it worked for NASA.
And here you have a spacecraft that's got, in the shadowy side of the spacecraft, you've got a temperature of maybe minus 460 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 450. On the sunny side, it might be plus 200 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's at the same time, one and the same time. And you have to be able to have a comfortable environment inside, which we did.
Many people wondered why the landing ship for the moon was covered in that shiny aluminum foil-looking material.
Quite simply, that was their thermal shield.
It reflected the heat and radiation from the sun away from the ship.
And it reflected the internal heat from the ship back in and kept the astronauts comfortable.
Using this technology, Eagle Shield developed a thermal shield for our homes.
It's made with 2 sheets of pure aluminum adhered together to create a 2-sided reflector.
When installed directly on top of your insulation, Heat waves put off by your roof are reflected before they can be absorbed by your existing insulation.
Without heat reflection, your insulation stores the heat and continually sends it into your home.
Reflect or absorb. Utility companies want you to absorb the heat while they collect the profits. EagleShield wants to reflect the heat and allow you to pocket the savings.
And it works just as well in the winter.
That's why it's two-sided.
In winter, you run the heater more, but most of the heat escapes through the roof.
Higher heating costs, but less warmth.
EagleShield reflects the heat right back before it can escape. You use less heating money to keep your home more comfortable.
We just really enjoy the savings and the comfort level. It has really added a big difference to every room in our home.
I spent a lot of money putting increased insulation in my home, double pane windows, caulking, seals, high energy efficient air conditioning units, and I cut my energy bills by 10%, and I was satisfied with that. And then I put reflective technology in my home, and it cut my bills another 15%, and I spent 1/10 as much money as I did on all those other things. And I think the best thing you can do for energy conservation in a home is reflective technology.
We deliver EagleShield directly to your home and install it for you.
Who wants to climb into a 140-degree attic?
It's simple, fast, and effective.
We simply lay the reflective insulation in your attic over the existing insulation, or we can attach it to your interior roof.
Your hot water stays hotter longer, saving you money.
Once installed, you'll find that EagleShield's reflective insulation is of superior quality.
That it's safe.
And provides many benefits.
It really added to the comfort of our home. Not only that, but also economically. When I saw the demonstration of the reflective technology, as an architect, I knew it had to work.
Reflective technology is becoming the mode of insulating, and EagleShield is leading the way.
In fact, NASA recently featured EagleShield as a prime example of its spin-off radiant barrier technology.
And it's saving lives.
Well, EagleShield is a proven technology. In fact, one of the more proven uses of it is in the fire departments and forestry service. Butte, Montana, for example, had a huge forest fire that trapped 73 firefighters, and literally the fire went over them 3 separate times with excess 1,200-degree temperatures. They lay down on the ground, they covered themselves with their radiant barrier fire shelters, and all of them survived unscathed. So it only makes sense. If it worked in space application, if it worked in fire departments, it's definitely going to work in your home.
The time has finally come to provide our families with what they need.
The time has finally come for the elderly to have a more comfortable home on a fixed income.
The time has finally come to save our hard-earned money for the future.
Help yourself and your family by acting now. It's time to take control of your own environment.
And build a more promising future by using the money you've been giving away to your utility company.
It's your investment.
It's your return on the investment.
Build a better life and have a more comfortable home.
With EagleShield Reflective Insulation.